Give me a second to sit down. My knees aren't what they used to be. Listen closely because I am only going to say this once, and it might just save you from a lifetime of regret. I am not here to preach. I am here to tell you the brutal truth about what happens when you spend your whole life chasing the wrong things, thinking you have all the time in the world. Put down your phone, go hug your wife, your kids, your parents if they are still around. Tell them you love them, not tomorrow, right now. This is Eleanor and me on our wedding day in 1972. I wore a borrowed suit. She looked like an angel. We had absolutely nothing, yet we had everything we could ever need. Here is my firstborn, Thomas. I was terrified holding him. I promised I would give him the world. Instead, I gave him my absence, working late nights to buy things he never asked for. When I was in my 20s, I was absolutely certain I had the blueprint to a perfect life. I wanted the corner office, the respect of men I didn't even like, and a bank account that made me feel untouchable. I ran so incredibly fast. I stepped on people, ignored my own soul, all to climb a corporate ladder that was leaning against the completely wrong wall. I honestly thought success would act as an impenetrable shield against any pain. It is funny how youth blinds you to reality. You think your energy is limitless, that tomorrow is a guaranteed right. You treat time like cheap pocket change, throwing it away on trivial things that do not matter in the end. I spent thousands of evenings staring at glowing spreadsheets while my children were growing up just a few miles away. I convinced myself I was doing it for them. That is the ultimate, most destructive lie of a working man. Look at these idiots, my best friends. We thought we were invincible. 2 of them died before they turned 50. The other I haven't spoken to in a decade over a stupid argument. They gave me a plaque for this. Top salesman of the year. I missed my anniversary for this piece of wood. I cannot even remember what I was selling, but I remember Eleanor's tears. Nobody on their deathbed ever asked to see their university diplomas or their quarterly bank statements. They asked for their family. They asked for forgiveness and grace. I learned that profound lesson far too late in my own journey. The company replaced me exactly a week after I retired. 40 years of absolute loyalty, erased with a cheap grocery store cake and a firm handshake. But the school plays I missed, those precious moments are gone forever and ever. Eleanor was my anchor in the storm, but I treated her like a permanent fixture. We would argue over the dumbest things imaginable. Who left the hallway lights on? Who forgot to buy milk? Such a tragic waste of breath. There were so many times I should have just swallowed my pride and said I am sorry, but my ego was too massive. Now I sit in this painfully silent house and I would give anything to hear her complain. The dream house, 4 bedrooms, a big yard. We fought so hard to pay the mortgage that we forgot to actually live in it. It became a beautiful, empty museum of our exhaustion. When Eleanor got sick, the world stopped. All that money I saved, it could not buy her a single extra breath. This was her last birthday. She still smiled just for me. Love is not found in the grand gestures or the expensive anniversary jewelry. True love is sitting together in silence, knowing you are exactly where you belong. I only realized that profound truth when the seat next to me went empty. You always think your friends will permanently be just a quick phone call away. But life happens. People move across the country. They get busy. They get sick. The silence creeps in slowly until you realize you are alone. I lost my best friend Jimmy to a massive heart attack at 55. We had a golf trip planned. We kept postponing it for 3 years because we were simply too busy. Never, ever postpone your joy for later. Grief is a remarkably strange companion. It never really leaves your side. It just constantly changes shape. Some days it is a heavy, suffocating blanket. Other days it is a sharp needle. You just learn to walk with a permanent limp. Take excellent care of your body. I treated mine like a cheap rental car. I smoked heavily, I drank too much, I ate garbage because I was constantly stressed. Now my joints scream every morning and my heart struggles. My daughter Sarah learning to ride a bike. I was actually there for this one. I let go of the seat and she flew. Now she lives across the country and I wait for her calls. Our only real family vacation, we went to the ocean. For 1 week I did not think about work. I still hear the sound of those waves when I close my eyes at night. Good health is an invisible crown that only the sick man can truly see. When you can breathe without sharp pain, walk without a cane, you are infinitely richer than any billionaire on this planet. Please do not take it for granted. The very first time my chest tightened, I foolishly ignored it. I had a crucial board meeting. That stupid meeting almost cost me my entire life. The doctors saved me, but they could not give me back my peace of mind. They always say time heals all wounds. That is a fabricated lie. Time just brutally teaches you how to carry the heavy burden, and it speeds up. God, it speeds up so terrifyingly fast after you turn 50 years old. A single year used to feel like an entire lifetime when I was a little kid. Now, a full decade passes in the blink of an eye. The seasons blur together constantly. Winter, summer, winter again. It is truly terrifying. If the devil came to me right now and offered me one single day back in my 30s with my young family, I would sign away my soul without reading the contract. Just one ordinary boring Tuesday would be enough. We started getting gray here. The kids were gone, and it was just us again. We finally had time, but her heart was already failing. Time is a cruel trickster, my friend. My first grandchild, holding him felt like a second chance. A chance to be the man I should have been the first time around. I try not to miss a single moment now. Do you know what I miss the absolute most? The rich smell of coffee brewing on a crisp Sunday morning while the house is still completely quiet. The rhythmic sound of heavy rain against the window while reading a book. It is the tiny, seemingly insignificant things that make up a beautiful life. The sweet taste of a fresh apple, the gentle warmth of the morning sun on your face, a dog resting its head on your knee. That is magic. Stop waiting for the massive moments to happen. Stop waiting for the big promotion, the exotic vacation, the perfect time to start living. The perfect time is right here, right now, with the breath currently filling your lungs. I sit by this dusty window every single day now. I watch the young people rushing by, staring at their glowing phones, stressed, angry. I desperately want to open the glass and scream at them to wake up before it ends. We build these massive invisible walls around ourselves to keep the pain out, but those exact same walls keep the joy out too. Vulnerability is not a weakness, it is the only way to truly experience the depth of human connection. Forgive people. Holding on to anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. I wasted 10 years hating a business partner who wronged me. That is 10 years of my life I burned for absolutely nothing.